The world is changing faster than ever, and while many eyes remain focused on the military power of the United States, China, and Russia, something massive is quietly rising across the European continent. Behind closed doors, deep inside underground command centers, advanced research laboratories, and heavily protected military bases, Europe has been building a level of military strength that many people never expected. For years, Europe was often seen as divided, slow to react, and heavily dependent on allies for protection. But in 2026, that image is disappearing rapidly. A new era has begun, and Europe is transforming into a powerful military force that is starting to worry rival nations around the globe. Across the continent, governments are increasing defense budgets at historic levels. Countries that once reduced their armies after the Cold War are now rebuilding them with modern technology, artificial intelligence, advanced missile systems, cyber warfare units, and next-generation fighter jets. The fear of global instability, regional conflicts, and growing international threats has pushed Europe into action. What makes this transformation even more dangerous is that much of it has happened quietly. While the world was distracted by political crises and economic struggles, Europe was preparing for a future where military strength would once again determine global influence. One of the biggest reasons why Europe's military rise is creating fear is its incredible technological advantage. European defense companies are now producing some of the most advanced military equipment on Earth. From stealth aircraft to hypersonic missile research, Europe is entering a new age of warfare. Nations like France, Germany, Italy, and the United Kingdom are investing billions into projects designed to dominate future battlefields. European engineers are developing autonomous combat drones capable of carrying out missions without direct human control. These drones can identify targets, conduct surveillance, and even coordinate attacks using artificial intelligence systems that react faster than human soldiers. At the same time, Europe's air power is becoming more dangerous than ever before. Fighter jet programs are evolving rapidly, and new sixth-generation aircraft are already under development. These warplanes are expected to include advanced stealth technology, AI-assisted combat systems, laser weapons, and powerful electronic warfare capabilities that could disable enemy defenses within seconds. Military analysts believe that these aircraft could completely reshape aerial combat in the coming decades. But Europe's military ambitions do not stop in the sky. On the ground, European armies are modernizing at incredible speed. New tanks equipped with advanced armor systems and AI targeting technology are being designed to survive future wars. Robotic combat vehicles are also entering military testing programs. These machines could support soldiers during combat operations, reducing human casualties while increasing battlefield efficiency. Some defense experts believe that Europe is preparing for a future where human soldiers and autonomous machines will fight side by side. Meanwhile, Europe's naval forces are expanding their power across critical waterways. European warships now carry advanced missile defense systems capable of intercepting enemy rockets and drones. New submarines equipped with silent propulsion systems are making detection almost impossible. Aircraft carriers from European nations are being upgraded to support next-generation combat aircraft and drone operations. The growing strength of European naval forces is sending a clear message that Europe intends to protect its interests far beyond its own borders. Another reason why Europe's military growth is causing global concern is its increasing unity. For decades, European nations often struggled to coordinate military strategies effectively. But recent events have changed everything. Joint military exercises between European countries have become larger and more frequent. Shared defense projects are strengthening cooperation between armies that once operated separately. Intelligence sharing between European governments has increased dramatically, creating stronger security networks across the continent. This growing unity means that Europe is no longer acting as isolated countries with separate military goals. Instead, a coordinated defense structure is slowly emerging. Combined military operations, shared weapons production, and multinational rapid response forces are becoming a reality. If this trend continues, Europe could eventually become one of the most powerful military blocs in the world. Cyber warfare has also become one of Europe's most secretive and dangerous weapons. Modern wars are no longer fought only with tanks and missiles. Today, cyber attacks can shut down power grids, disable communication systems, destroy financial networks, and even interfere with military operations. European cyber warfare units are expanding rapidly, and some experts believe they are among the most advanced on the planet. Specialized cyber defense teams are constantly monitoring digital threats from rival states and criminal organizations. At the same time, offensive cyber capabilities are being developed behind closed doors. These operations remain highly classified, but many analysts believe Europe now has the ability to launch devastating cyber attacks against enemy infrastructure if necessary. In future wars, digital battles could become just as important as physical combat. Space is another battlefield where Europe is increasing its military presence. Satellites play a critical role in modern warfare by providing communication, navigation, intelligence gathering, and missile tracking capabilities. European nations are investing heavily in space technology to reduce dependence on foreign systems. Military satellites with advanced surveillance capabilities are being launched to monitor global threats in real time. There are also growing discussions about protecting European space assets from future attacks. As more nations develop anti-satellite weapons, Europe understands that space dominance could become essential during future conflicts. Control of information from space may decide the outcome of wars before the first shot is even fired. One of the most feared aspects of Europe's military transformation is the speed at which it is happening. Military experts around the world are surprised by how quickly defense spending has increased across the continent. Some countries have announced the largest military investment plans in their modern history. Massive arms production programs are expanding factories that produce tanks, missiles, artillery systems, drones, and ammunition. This industrial expansion means Europe is preparing not only for defense but also for long-term military readiness. The ability to produce weapons rapidly during a conflict is critical in modern warfare. Recent global conflicts have shown how quickly ammunition and military supplies can disappear during intense combat. Europe appears determined not to be caught unprepared. The growing strength of European intelligence agencies is also playing a major role in this transformation. Intelligence cooperation between European nations has intensified dramatically. Surveillance systems, electronic monitoring capabilities, and counterintelligence operations are becoming more sophisticated. European security agencies are working together to detect espionage, cyber threats, terrorism, and foreign influence operations. Special forces units across Europe are also receiving major upgrades. Elite soldiers are being trained for counterterrorism missions, hostage rescues, urban warfare, and covert operations. Many of these units operate in secrecy, carrying out missions that rarely become public knowledge. Their advanced training and modern equipment make them some of the most capable military forces in the world. But while Europe's military rise creates fear among rival powers, supporters argue that it is necessary for survival in an increasingly unstable world. Global tensions continue to rise, and many European leaders believe strong military capabilities are essential for protecting national security. Conflicts near Europe's borders have reminded governments that peace cannot always be guaranteed. Energy security, migration crises, terrorism, cyber attacks, and geopolitical competition are all pushing Europe toward greater military preparedness. Leaders across the continent understand that weakness can invite aggression. As a result, defense is becoming a top priority once again. However, critics warn that Europe's growing militarization could increase global tensions even further. As military power expands, rival nations may respond by increasing their own weapons programs. This could lead to a dangerous new arms race unlike anything seen in decades. Some fear that advanced technologies such as AI-controlled weapons and autonomous combat systems could make future wars even more unpredictable and destructive. The psychological impact of Europe's military transformation is also significant. For many years, global powers underestimated Europe's ability to act as a unified military force. That perception is now changing rapidly. Rivals are beginning to realize that Europe possesses enormous economic strength, advanced technology, industrial capacity, and highly educated populations capable of supporting powerful military systems. If these resources continue to combine under stronger defense cooperation, Europe could become one of the dominant military powers of the 21st century. This possibility is already forcing other nations to rethink their strategies and alliances. What makes the situation even more intense is the uncertainty surrounding Europe's future military direction. Will European nations continue integrating their defense systems? Could a fully unified European military force emerge in the future? How far will Europe go in developing autonomous weapons and AI warfare systems? These questions remain unanswered, but one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Europe is no longer the weak and divided military region many once believed it to be. A new military giant is rising quietly but rapidly. Its armies are modernizing. Its weapons are becoming more advanced. Its cyber capabilities are expanding. Its intelligence networks are growing stronger. Its industries are preparing for long-term military production. And its leaders are increasingly determined to defend their interests in a dangerous world. In 2026, the world is beginning to realize that Europe's secret military power is no longer a hidden possibility. It is becoming a reality. And for many nations watching this transformation unfold, that reality is deeply unsettling.